So learning target 8 is a little bit trickier because we don't have the whole. We're given the percent and we know what that percent is equal to. So for example, the first question says, you purchased cupcakes for a party. 25% of the cupcakes you bought are not eaten. If there are 17 cupcakes left over, how many did you purchase? Sometimes it can be the easiest to solve these problems by drawing a diagram. This is a very messy diagram, but hopefully you'll get the idea. I know that 25% of the cupcakes that I bought are not eaten. So I'm going to go ahead and split up 100% of the cupcakes that I bought into 4 boxes. That way, one box is going to represent 25%. And I know that 25% of the cupcakes I purchased is 17 cupcakes, which means I'm going to have 4 groups of 17 that compose of the total amount of cupcakes that I bought. Now, if you just knew this in your brain, you said, of course, there are 4 groups of 17 because 25 fits into 104 times, that would also work. And you could write out in the text box when you take your test, 17 times 4 is 68 cupcakes. And that's how many cupcakes you purchased in total. You want to follow a similar procedure with the rest of the questions. For example, you save 70% of a paycheck, you spend the rest of your paycheck. So say you spend $42. How much was your paycheck in total? It just requires a little bit of brainstorming. If you spend the rest of your paycheck and you started out with 70% saved, you know that the rest of your paycheck has to be 30%, right? Because your total paycheck is going to be 100%. 30 plus 70 equals 100%, which means that that $42 that you saved is this 30% right here. And so if you know that 32 or $42 is equal to 30%, there's a bunch of different ways you could tackle this problem. You could figure out what's 10% if you know what 30% is. You could figure out what 100% is if you know 30%. And all of that should help you find 70. Now, I made a little mistake here. Shouldn't have written percent. We're talking about $42, which is 30% of your total. So again, you could calculate what 10% is. If 30% is 42, you could easily find 10%. You could also figure out what 100% is because you know that 30% of whatever number is your whole ends up being $42. So you just got to get creative. And I highly suggest using the draw box to help you sort out what information you have and what the question is asking.